Hello there and welcome back again, my good YouTubers. So, this is the next part in the series of this center fed half-wave dipole, RF choke, balun, whichever you wish to call it. I prefer to call it a choke because that's generally what it is. We've gone ahead, we've drilled the holes, we've tapped a couple of holes, obviously, into the base here. So we've got the SO239 holes drilled and tapped. We've got the top eye bolt hole, which is the M8, that is drilled. We've got the two holes in the back, which are going to be for the terminal posts, as in the output to the radiating element. And yes, we've done that, deburred it, took all the sharp edges off. Worst thing you want is trying to put something together and you've got the burrs in there that get in the way and cause all sorts of misalignments and things like that. So let's just quickly get this together. It's literally so simple from now. Once you've marked up and you've drilled the holes, everything from here on in is literally just build simple. I mean, obviously we've got to get to the RF choke yet. We haven't got to do the windings, so there's going to be a little bit on that. Now, obviously I didn't do in the video the drilling of the holes. There was just didn't seem, just didn't want to bore you particularly, with that process effectively. It looks like I've not got my spanner at hand. It's typical story of my life. So let's not bother with a spanner. Let's use a pair of trusty pliers. With this being a nylock, you can't really finger tighten it, unfortunately. Let's do it a bit like that. It should. Nope. Come round at the wrong spot. Let's get that lined up. That's about lined up there, look. So there we go, we've got our loop installed. Let's get our terminal posts now. Should we have the red on the outside or the red on the inside? Decisions. I think we'll keep the red on the outside, why not? So, obviously this comes through on here, and as you can see, that's going to prop into the holes I've drilled, like so. Yeah, not too bad actually. Won't stay there, but let's get one of these in at least. Let's just do that down. Like that. Then we've got the blacks that sits on the top that's going to sandwich it. Then we've got a washer. Then we've got one of the nuts. Right. It's the first one on. Let's get it all lined up so they can slot in the holes. Yep, that's looking good. We take the next one. Again, remember the alignment. This has got a little thingy on it, which basically indicates which way the hole in the centre of the terminal post goes. So we want that hole to be facing outwards that way, so we want that to be like that. Another gold plated washer. and a gold plated nut. Then we can go in. Don't go crazy on these, just snug and tightened up so that they're not going to come loose and they're not going to cause a problem. So there we have it. We have the rear of the unit, the hook for the top, the two terminals we're going to be connecting our coil to, and that's going to sit in there like that. Now we've got the SO239, which is here, and obviously we want, there's a little, in these ones that I get, there's a little tiny groove there to assist when you come to soldering. It allows the solder to flow in and around the wire effectively when you put it in there. So I always like to keep that to the top. So we put these on here. Now the M3.5s, which I've tapped here, these are going to be too long, so they're going to need trimming. So I'm just going to start them in, and then obviously there is the task of trimming them that's going to be required. That's a pretty tight. I've done them a little, well, the centre hole is definitely a little bit too accurate. Now that was a 40mm, so the 40mm for the SO239 in the centre there is a very tight, perfect fit for the SO239, which doesn't allow much play, so will probably be better with a 14.5 hole, which means that that's going to have to be opened out a little bit to allow for it. But so what we're going to do is going to go and open that out, and then we shall come back shortly.